Hey y'all, Cheryl here, and I'm super excited to talk to y'all about clarity journaling. So, if you guys know me, hi, great to see you again. If you don't, hey, nice to meet you. My name is Cheryl Sutherland. I am in love with manifestation, journaling, clarity, personal growth, and I'm doing a couple little videos to help you figure out what your next steps are, where you want to go. I do workshops and stuff. But today, the point of this video is to talk to you about clarity journaling and why it's so important, why you might want to do it, and then the results that you'll get and some easy tips to start getting into it. So, with that, let's go. So, first, of course, so we're talking about clarity journaling. So, why do you want to journal for clarity? Well, why wouldn't you? I used to actually be the type of person that would focus a lot on if I wasn't sure about what it was that I really needed or a next step that I wanted to make. I would ask people for advice. Like, this is the situation that I'm in. I don't really know what to do with this. Like, what would you do? And then in doing so, I'd be able to hear their response and then feel internally, well, does it feel right? Or does it feel like something I should be doing? Does this make sense for me? And then usually it was the one that felt the best, was the one that I went with, even though it may or may not have been the choice that I should have made or would have been the best one for me. So the great thing about clarity journaling is I really stumbled upon it when I was actually going through a period of transition and really attempting to figure out what my next steps were. I was done with working at the job that I was at, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't really know who I was or what I wanted to create. I really didn't know what was my priority list. Like what did I actually like to do? What was the thing that I really loved supporting people with or loved doing, period. And so in doing the clarity journal, it helped me figure out who I was, who I wanted to be, really steep myself back into the magic of like how amazing I am as a person, which I didn't really know before I started doing clarity journaling. And when you know that, then you're able to value yourself some more, value your likes and opinions so much more, and then move forward from a place of like, yeah, this feels really good. So I actually created a clarity journal to help people figure out who they are, what their next steps are, how to even figure out what you want to do. And the great thing about it being experiential, it being a journaling exercise that you do at home, there's no pressure to be or do or anything other than yourself. The person that you're talking to is yourself. You're being vulnerable and open, which is kind of scary if you've never really done it before by yourself. And I think that that's where you have the best results. You get your own answers, and then you're able to move forward from a place of like really clear power. And then again, the universe can support you in doing all the things because she's very clear that you're very clear and we're both very clear. So let's take a look at this journal. So this one is actually in the classic color. I've got it in the black and gold. I've also got some limited edition colors, and I've also got it in like the rain, which is purple, the pink, which is true, and the bright, which is this gorgeous turquoise color. Okay, so with this one in particular, the juicy bit about this is it's got this workbook. So this workbook is what's really going to take you through what you want, what your next steps are, et cetera, et cetera. So going through exercises like I love myself, going through and creating your own affirmations and deciding who you really want to be. What is it that you want to create from the space of like, I just want to be a joyous, smoking hot, humble creator doing amazing things, or, you know, supporting people and becoming their favorite versions of themselves. Like whatever that is, then it's like, this is the place where you get to play with that and create an affirmation you could practice, put it on your windows, put it on your mirrors, put it on your phone, put it everywhere. Your gratitude practice. Now, this one's really juicy because it helps you figure out and really recognize all the things that are already working for you. So our brains have a tendency to go towards what's not working so we can fix it. However, bypassing what is working kind of gets you in a space of like anxiety, stress, scarcity. When you're looking at the things that are working, then it's easier for you to imagine the things that you want to have happen. Then we get into this part here. So your ideal life current life inventory and your ideal life inventory. Basically what it breaks down is in all four areas of your life, you get to take a look at where you are and where you want to go. what's working and what's not working. And you can rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, the great thing about that, doing that in the current life inventory, is it's coming from a place of no judgment. Like, this is where I am, so I can get to where I want to be, right? But if you don't know where you are, then how can you move to your point B? Doesn't really make any sense. In the second part, which is the ideal life inventory, you get to decide like, hey, I want to work out 5 times a week because I feel like that'd be really good for me and something I'm excited. I feel like I want to have an A1 relationship with my parents, or a really juicy conversation or relationship with like a significant other. I want to feel really good at work and then be able to make like 6 figures plus, whatever it is you want. In laying it out, it helps it become real. And then it allows you to make some juicy action steps so you can actually move towards the things that you want. Last but not least, the heartfelt dream. So this is all the culmination. Once you've gone through this process, you get to say, you know what brings me joy? Like, what have I not allowed myself to risk? What do I actually want to start doing with my life? Like, what do I spend hours at a time doing? And that just feels so fun. It feels like play and it feels like flow. And in exploring those, then it gives you a very clear guidance of where you could be going or what you could integrate more in your life as well. In addition, every single page has a different affirmation or inspirational quote at the bottom that's been handpicked. So some of them include like Michelle Obama, I've got Serena Williams, I've got Oprah because obviously, but I've also got people like DJ Khaled, I've got Drake, I've got J. Cole, I've got like amazing leaders in there, and some of my own little personal favorites. You know, I'm Canadian, so I had to throw in Terry Fox, and you know, I also love tennis, so the Williams sisters are in here too. But it's really about like seeing people that have gotten to these big places or really become geniuses in their field or really done super, super well in their field, that have also started in a place where you may be or where I may have been, where we're just kind of like figuring out, I think this is what I like and I think this is where I should move forward from. So with that, that's your sneak peek at the Clarity Journal. Clarity! Please take a look at that. In addition, I've got some other juicy things like the Gratitude Journal. I've also got the Guided Dream Journal and the Manifestation Journal, and those ones are available as digital downloads. So you can print them off, use the workshop, use the exercises, use the workbooks, and then either use them with your existing journal or whichever way feels well for you. So with that, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.